Yo, what's going on people? Welcome to Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. I'm Forrest and this is a weapon tier list from a professional Ninja Gaiden player. So, before I start the video, a little bit of context. This is my opinion. Feel free to disagree. This is coming from a player with probably 3,000 plus hours experience of this particular game. I've done everything: karma, speed, high completion count, high kill count, all legitimately. Rank 1 world records in different disciplines of the game. So, my opinion is pretty up there, I would say, in terms of what I've done in the game. And my overall thoughts of Ryu Hayabusa's weapons in general. So, with that out of the way, let's get into the video. By far, the worst weapon in the game for Ryu, if we're talking about primary weapons, is the Endless Fang. Now, why is this such a bad weapon? It's slow. That was square. That's all I did. I just pressed square. Now, the range is really good, and the damage is pretty good. The problem is, it's slow. It's a slow weapon. There's barely any iframes on it. The 360 which you just saw, which is this spin, has no invincibility. Failed ET is okay, just like pretty much any other failed ET in the game pretty much. Yeah, you can do Zuna drop and stuff, but that's universal to every weapon apart from Kasarigama. Most people, especially noobs, they love this weapon for the ET and the UT effect, because you don't have to connect with an opponent to actually get the animation to work. In general, for me, the worst weapon for Ryu, it doesn't have very many good attack strings. It's a very poor weapon in general. So that is number 9. Rank 8 for me is the Vigorian Flail, aka the Vigorian Fail. This weapon is really good against fast enemies. Mostly when I first started playing this game, I used the single hit of square to kill Piranha, aka Ghostfish. Also, you can mash like attacks like square constantly. You can also do like Bruce Lee attack, which is, if I remember correctly, which I don't remember, this one, like Bruce Lee style. There's one other one you can do, but I don't remember what the fucking input is off the top of my head. Failed ET is garbage. There's no iframe on that. But this weapon is better because, okay, the damage is lower, but the attacks are very quick, and you can shuriken cancel off some very interesting moves. That is normally 360T. That's how long that animation is. But you can shuriken cancel it. Forward T is a fast move that can be shuriken cancelled. Very, very useful indeed. It's also good against specific bosses, and has advanced strategies to go with that. So, for that reason, Vigorian Flail, aka Vigorian Flails, is rank 8 on my weapon tier list. The next weapon is going to be the Eclipse Scythe, which Wolf uses, the Greater Fiend of Storms. Now, this weapon is generally decent. Forward T is a grab. 360T is pretty good. It's probably like the 4th best in the game. Maybe 3rd best. It has a very good UT, which goes a long way. If I do it here, it'll probably go to where the wall is. See that distance? Has some good extended air combos if you need to extend your air time. It's not the best for shuriken cancelling, I have to admit that. But nonetheless, it's got some very good combos. The speed isn't too bad. All in all, not a bad weapon at all. Its main standout for me is obviously the UT, and 360T is probably the standout. Also, forward T is good for grabbing an enemy. So, for that reason alone, this weapon is rank 7. Rank 6 for Ryu Hayabusa, in my opinion, is the Falcon Talons, aka the Claw. This has a very stylish moveset. Forward T is a slide, which covers a lot of distance, a lot of ground. It's also 360T cancelable, like so. You can also do a normal triangle follow-up for like an overhead slash. It's a pretty fast weapon. It's got some very interesting attacks. Wonder if you can do... No, you can't do it without an enemy. It has a decent UT and ET. Triangle is a very solid move. So is square, very quick. Forward square is useful if there's an enemy present. Obviously you can do some pretty fancy combos with this weapon. It also has some very good strategies against certain bosses. Both the counter, the triangle counter and the square counter are phenomenally good when it comes to damage, which makes the Claw rank 6. Now, the 5th best weapon for Ryu Hayabusa, in my opinion, is the Kasarigama. Why is this on 5th place? Running triangle, one of the best moves at decapitating a ninja or a Vangel for that matter. Aerial triangle square into running triangle is also very good at Vangels. It has a 360T, which is that, but it also has a triangle follow-up, which does tremendous damage against Resetsu. Square, 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 TTT, aka triangle. 3 square, 3 triangle, very useful against Ryu clone, very useful against Resetsu. Forward square shuriken cancelling is the loop for Wolf with this particular weapon, like that. Very fast, very quick at shuriken cancelling. Forward triangle, triangle is very useful as well. So it's square triangle combo, square triangle, triangle, square, square. Or you could not do the last square and do running triangle on landing. Very, very, very useful weapon, I must say. The only reason this weapon, in my opinion, is not 4th is because it lacks the ability to do, I believe, an Izuna drop. Obviously, the UT doesn't need an enemy to connect and has tremendous range. The Kasarigama is also the only weapon in the game that can guarantee a D-limb on a ninja. There's a few ways you can do this. Square hold triangle is one, which is that. 360T square is another. And square, square, forward square, square. So, the Kasarigama is the 5th best weapon in the game for Ryu Hayabusa. Now, in 4th position, I've put the Luna Staff. Now, the Luna has some pretty flashy combos. Square, square, triangle is one of the best combo strings. 360T is, it's okay. It's not the best. 360 ET is very solid. 360 UT is very solid. You can also hold triangle during that animation, and you can go for an Izuna combo if you've connected with a ninja, if you wish to. Obviously you can do the Izuna drop combo, amongst other combos with this weapon. Forward T, very solid. Triangle counter is very, very useful. It also has some other good combos, like loops and stuff you can do against bosses. And in general, a very good weapon to use. It's not my favourite weapon by any means, but it is pretty good at Ghostfish if you do the triangle. Which you get that, because that animation lasts a lot. Run triangle, very solid. You can also do forward 360 triangle after that, just to be a little bit more fancy. So, that is the 4th best weapon for Ryu Booster in my opinion. Rank 3 is the True Dragon Sword. Now this is probably the best weapon at shuriken cancelling, especially when you'll learn how to shuriken cancel. Very good damage output. 360 is garbage, so is the failed ET. But that combo string, square, 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 triangle, the triangle has iframe. Obviously, like the Lunar Staff, it has a variation in terms of UT. The 360 and the standard Essence and Ultimate Technique. Some very good combos, pretty good at D-limbing. Very stylish as well. Has the infamous juggle, which is the kick, after D-limbing a ninja by cutting the leg off. You can do some very fancy combos with this weapon. Square, forward, square, square is shuriken cancelable. Probably see that in combo videos where they do that. Can shuriken cancel a lot of things. Generally one of the best weapons in the game as far as I'm concerned. It's also the only weapon that can do reverse flying swallow after a bunny hop on a ninja, which is on one of my tutorial videos. It also has some of the best damage in the game. Some very good ways to delimb your opponent. So for all those reasons, plus the fact that you can do the standard Izuna drop combo, and you can do triple flying swallow, makes this weapon, in my opinion, head and shoulders above the Lunar Staff. The second best weapon is the Tonfa. The Tonfa has the strongest Essence Technique and the strongest Ultimate Technique in the game. Square, square, triangle, triangle, triangle is one of the best combo strings for the weapon. Square, square, forward triangle is also very solid. So is square, hold triangle, triangle, X triangle. So is running square, X triangle. Running triangle, X triangle. There's just so many moves. Square, square, forward, square, square is very good as well. 360 triangle does have frames of invincibility, but only when you start to spin around in a circle. Filled Essence Technique is probably the best in the game. Has a ton of iframes for Ryu Hayabusa. The only one that probably is on par or slightly better is Rachel's failed Rachel's failed Essence Technique, or ET. So many good combos with this weapon. Such high damage output. All in all, an absolute beast weapon to use. Also has the infinite Stonebreaker and the infinite Flower Gallon Drop secret arts. I mean, what's not to love about this weapon? Just an awesome weapon in general. I have about 39,000 kills with the Tonfa, so I'm very experienced. But having said all that, how much I praise the Tonfa, nothing compares to the Boss Killer, aka Dual Katana, aka Bota, aka Blade of the Archfiend. Why is this weapon on top? Well, 360 triangle is incredible for iframe, very solid. Forward T hold T is probably the most abusable move in the game with 360 triangle because of the iframe. Plus you can shuriken cancel that. Square hold triangle is a different variation of forward T hold T. It has some of the most swaggiest combos in the game. Double bow shot. You can also do this combo, which travels you very far. You can choose to do 1 or 2. It also has the infamous underworld drop, which you can do 1 or 2 ways. And just generally has some of the best and fanciest moves in the game. That's the other is underworld drop combo. You can also do the Izuna drop as well. It has incredible damage because you're using the true dragon sword in one hand and Genshin's weapon in the other. Triangle is very good at shuriken cancelling. Forward square is shuriken cancelable, which is very solid. I use that in combos. Generally, if you're fighting a boss, this is the preferred weapon, I'd say 8 times out of 10. It is the undisputed best weapon in the game. Anybody tells you otherwise is lying to you, just so you know. Field ET is terrible. There is no iframe on that move. The Essence technique and the Ultimate technique are pretty solid as well. But nothing compares to Tonfa in terms of damage output. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment in the description below in the comment section. Please feel free to like, comment and share the video, and even think of subscribing to my channel. I have probably 600, maybe 550 videos of Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 on my channel. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.